going to complete our golf double with the new head coach of the Oklahoma State Cowgirls golf program, former Oklahoma State golfer himself, as well as a very successful coach. In fact, he comes to Oklahoma State, where he coached previously at Kent State and was dominant in Mid-America golf play with his women's team there. In fact, during his 6 seasons at Kent State, his teams won a staggering 27 tournaments. They also won the MAC 6 times in a row and advanced to the last 3 NCAA tournaments and were twice on into match play. The women have the same format as the men's teams in the NCAA Golf Championships. I want to ask him about that too. That has become a very popular question at Oklahoma State. The need for having that match play. Obviously, it's entertaining and it's given college golf more exposure. But now back at his alma mater, got a degree at Oklahoma State. Sounds like he was one of the original grad transfers too, because he finished his collegiate career at the University of New Mexico, and you just heard his former teammate Alan Bratton, the men's coach, talking about Greg Robertson and what he knew of Greg when they were teammates and what he's seen from him as a coach since, and how excited he is to have him at Karsten Creek heading up the women's program. And Greg, first of all, Robert Allen here, and congratulations. Great to have you back in Stillwater, and I know that you've got to be excited about the challenge and the job you've got ahead with the Cowgirl program.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me on. I am excited. This is a tremendous opportunity, and it's just the excitement to get back to Stillwater, where I play golf, and my wife's actually from here, grew up here. Her dad was a professor at Oklahoma State, and so this is very exciting for us and our family, but to be able to come back to where you play golf and be the women's golf coach here is, it's a dream come true.
Yeah, it's funny, Greg. Alan and I were just talking about this because I've asked other coaches on campus that are OSU alums, and there's so many. I mean, starting with athletic director Mike Holder, what he did here with the golf program, but Mike Gundy heads up football, Josh Holliday heads up baseball, of course John Smith, and that's the program that, alongside men's golf, wrestling is probably the one Oklahoma State is most known for. And John's the coach there, but so many coaches, Alan Bratton now over at golf, are alums, and probably more than any other school I can think of in the country. So when you got the call, was this one of those no-brainer?
Well, I think it's something special, and certainly it shows, how special a place Oklahoma State and Stillwater is to a lot of people, and I still remember I got a text message from Coach Holder about 30 minutes after we putted out on the final hole at the NCAA championship in Arkansas, and he asked me if when I called him if I wanted to come over and visit since I was so close, and so I did, and honestly, when as soon as I drove into Stillwater, went to Gallagher, Iowa, we drove out to Karsten Creek. It just, everything just felt comfortable. It just felt at home, and just, it's one of those deals where you look at it and it's just too hard of an opportunity to pass up. And I had a great situation at Kent State, and the toughest part about that was leaving the team, because we had such a great group of ladies, and not just the success that they've had on the golf course, but just the quality of people they were, and that was the toughest part. But when I got here and talking to Coach Holder and just kind of again feeling like you're back at home, it all came to me. I there's no way I could pass this opportunity up.
Already, Coach Robertson has hired assistant Maddie Swaney, who played at Kent State and also has very good credentials, coming in with an assistant coach of the year award nationally. She'll be on his staff with the Cowgirls at Oklahoma State. I've wondered about this. and Oklahoma State women's golf has had success. I mean, they've had, but when you're in a program, coaching a program that is alongside what Oklahoma State men's golf is, and certainly I got to think the women's program benefits in a lot of ways from the stature and the visibility of Oklahoma State men's golf. Certainly the facilities with Karsten Creek that they share out there in the practice facility and so forth. But I mean, and so it's got to be more of a positive, but it's also kind of a chore too, because you're trying to again match up and trying to you're not competing with the men's program. But I
Right.
guess my question: does it make it hard in some ways, or is it all positives? And when you're trying to get that women's program, and you're right there next to the basically the pantheon of men's
Hmm.
golf. How does that fit?
Well, I mean, we're excited about it, and I think again that's something that is nothing but a positive that I feel like we can draw on, because when recruits, whether they're men, whether they're women, when they see Oklahoma State, I mean, they associate it with golf and the success that that the program's had, and particularly the men. But what it does is it shows that you can come here and you can be a high level golfer, whether you're male or female. You can achieve your dreams not just in college in terms of contending and winning national championships and conference championships, but also going on to play professional golf as well. And so when you have that, and Alan and I were just talking about it earlier, is that if you can have two highly successful programs, that you should be able to feed off of each other and feed off of that to kind of continue to build, and that's what I'm looking forward to doing. And I think as the coach of the women's team, what I want to do is I want the women to be close with the men's team. I want them to be able to go out and be able to play with the Victor Hovlands and the Matt Wolfs and learn from the best players in the world, even on the men's side, because I think it's a tremendous benefit. And so I'm looking forward to having that relationship with the men's team, and with Alan, and I think it's only going to benefit the women's team as well. And so that's how we're kind of looking to draw from that, and and I think we can only help each other out, both programs, if that's the case.
Something else that struck me, because there have been a lot of Oklahoma State women cowgirl golfers that have gone out on the pro tour and had success, and there's some very talented alums out there. I got to think your being an alum as well is going to help, and how much you're going to reach out, because that's one of the strengths I think of Oklahoma State golf is how tight the alumni are, and I don't know that it's been as much or as prevalent on the women's golf side.
Hmm. Well, that's certainly one thing that's on our priority list, is to reach out to the alums and to try to get them as involved as possible. And as you said, there are a ton of former players that have had success on the LPGA tour, and currently that are out there doing some good things. And so we want them to continue to embrace Oklahoma State women's golf. And again, those are the things that only help us out, when it comes to recruiting, when it comes to what we're doing here. So, I'm looking forward to reaching out. I've already kind of gotten started doing that. But that's going to be something over the course of these next few months and throughout the year that I want to do. I'd like to see them, come back and come back to Oklahoma State, use the practice facilities here, be able to talk with the team. Those are things that I think can only be helpful for everybody. So, I'm looking forward to that, to getting in touch with these former players, and again, it just shows that in addition to what the men have done, I mean, women's golf here at Oklahoma State is a special thing, and you come here, you can achieve your goals at the college level and beyond, and so I'm looking forward to embracing those former players, and also getting the chance to talk to them and picking their brain a little bit about what we can do here in the future with the program that they think might be able to help, because I do feel like it is a family atmosphere, and and I know that everybody wants what's best for the program, the alums that have played here, and so I'm open to listening to them, and they played a big part and this program and where it is, and so I want to talk to them and get some of their thoughts too.
Well, Greg, again, congratulations and appreciate. Always love to get Oklahoma State alums. I mean, I have a lot of people have asked me over the years, because I've worked other places. Said, why did you come back here? And I said, because I love it here. I mean, it's I get to talk about Oklahoma State sports, which is one of the, both my kids went here, and my son's in coaching now in football, and my daughter went here and loved it. I met my wife here, so
yeah.
I mean, I know what you and Alan are saying. I know what everybody's saying. This is a special place, and maybe just those of us that have spent a lot of time here can appreciate that. But hopefully, here in the near future, you can get some kids that can swing that golf club to appreciate coming here and learning how special this place is. And congratulations and good luck with you in that pursuit, because I know recruiting. I mentioned the alumni, but recruiting probably is at the number one spot on your list.
Yeah, for sure, and that's something that Maddie and I, we've already been busy with, and these next few weeks are going to be jam-packed with recruiting trips and trying to find those players that that will be a good fit for the program, and so we're going to be on the road quite a bit. There's a lot of talented young ladies out there all around the world, and so we're recruiting every place that we can, and to see if we can find those those special players that again, not just their talent level on the golf course, but they're going to work hard in the classroom. They're going to be a good part of the community, and represent this this golf program, the university, the best way possible. And that's really what we're looking for. And so we're looking forward to getting out there and getting started with the recruiting process and finding those players.
Good luck and thanks for being on with us, and also thanks Stephen Howard for. I mean, I apologize that we couldn't be out there, but had this remote on the other side of town, Bad Brad's. But again, thanks Stephen for hooking us up, and getting both you and Alan on the phone. And again, congratulations. I can hear the excitement in your voice, and we'll look forward to seeing what you and Maddie and what that Cowgirl Golf program can do here in the future under y'all's leadership.
Well, I appreciate it, and thanks for having me on, and I certainly look forward to talking to you quite a bit more in the future.
All right, again, Greg Robertson, the new head coach, Oklahoma State women's golf, and again, just another alum on the staff, among the coaching staff at Oklahoma State, and that's been a magical formula for Oklahoma State.